So welcome back to the channel. This week we're going to have another game of Blazing Saddles, our cowboy inspired game. So this week we've got the Claytons, and they're going to be playing off against the Sundowns in a mission whereby there is a storage container or shed which has gunpowder in it and different implements that they're after, especially dynamite. Both sides are going to start on their edge of the table and have to try and make it to the little shed and get as much of the gunpowder as they can, or eliminate and destroy the other gang, whichever they prefer to do. So the game starts with the Sundowns on the bottom edge of the table and the Claytons coming in from the north. Here they come, the Clayton gang. And they're riding straight into that central shed which has the dice bite, and that's where all of the gunpowder and dynamite are stored. The Sundowns decide to split their guys and dismount half of them, whilst the Claytons manage to get the initiative and get their troops, or their minis, into the sort of the scoring zone as quick as possible. Quite quickly, the first man goes down with a lucky headshot. Not so good for the Claytons. The shots just keep flying. Dusty Farlow in blue there, he's the leader of the Clayton gang. He wastes no time in returning fire to try and avenge his man. Jimmy is the leader of the Sundowns, and he tries to take out Dusty as quickly as he possibly can, but unfortunately misses. However, the rest of his gang start putting fire down as fast as they can. I don't know what Dusty had for breakfast, but he managed to dodge lots and lots of bullets in these opening turns. Now, what I wasn't expecting is for the Claytons to not just grab and run. They decided instead they were just going to sit down and return fire, and pretty quickly shot Jimmy straight off his horse. So the Sundowns, turn 2, lost their team leader, so not quite so good for them. However, this little alleyway was quite a dangerous spot for the Claytons. I mean, they were all isolated in there, no real cover, and so they were under a lot of fire from pretty well all directions. Dusty Farlow, he was doing his bit to try and bring down as many as he possibly could. He was definitely drawing a lot of fire on himself, and he was single-handedly whittling down the whole of the Sundown gang one at a time. So he was doing a nice job for his men. What the alleyway was doing, which was an advantage for them, was they did have cover from all sides, apart from the chap down at the end of the road who could just shoot straight down into them and didn't provide them any cover. So the Claytons were definitely in the lead at this point, although they hadn't taken the gunpowder and the dynamite. They definitely killed more of their opponents, and so they were in no rush to exit the table. They just figured, hey, why not just take this territory to be our own? Let's wipe them out. These two members of the Sundowns behind their stone wall were doing a lot of damage, a lot of small wounds, but nothing too major. More of a nuisance, but because of the stone wall, it was very hard to eliminate them. There's Dusty again, nailing the next one. So at this point, the Sundowns, I think, are down to just 3 gang members, whilst the Claytons still have have everyone apart from 1. So I think that's 5 for them. Can he take out Dusty this turn? No. Unfortunately not. Dusty dodges yet again. The amount of shots that missed in this game was must defy the law of statistics, but eventually one of those two went down with a headshot, so the wall did its job, but ultimately the amount of bullets incoming found their mark. Dusty lines up. And takes out John White. John White had been doing a great job this game, but eventually he had to fall. Like all good things, had to come to an end. Gray Johnson keeps fighting to the last. He knows he can't flee. If he goes anywhere but that wall, he's just going to get shot down. So he's just got to keep pumping away his shots one after another. See if he can do something to save his life. He knows if he can just take out Dusty, he might stand a chance. But unfortunately for him, to no avail, and down he goes. Anyway, it was a great fun game. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave comments and suggestions below, and I'll see you next time.